Well, hello, friends. Long time no see. Welcome back to another episode of CCM Life. This episode, I'm going to talk a little bit about what I think depression is really all about. And might be a little controversial. But anyway, personally, I don't believe in depression whatsoever. And that's because if you really have values, if you have a purpose, if you have a sense of direction in life, there should be no reason why you're sitting around crying about how miserable your life is. Because at the end of the day, like, what is misery, you know? Why is it that here in America we feel so depressed, but if you look at other places in the world, I mean, they live day to day to survive, and they're fine with that, you know? And it almost seems like the more intellectual you are, like if you go through that propaganda of college and all that bullshit, then you're more likely to become depressed. Gee, I wonder why. To me, it almost seems like a fabricated concept to keep you a slave within the matrix, so then you don't have any sense of purpose, any value, anything, and then you submit to whatever authority they want you to submit. And I don't believe a lot of you, like, I've argued with my ex-girlfriend who was a physician, that one thing, you know, like all the chemical imbalances out there and all the endorphins and blah blah blah, the dopamine, like, who gives a fuck? It's not about the way that you think, or it is the way you think and you view the world. I mean, I saw that truck earlier. I cannot sit there and give you medication and expect you to automatically be happy and view the world differently. It's not about that. It's about the way you view the world. It's about the way you perceive everything. And if you feel negative about everything, then what the hell, you know? I mean, my last relationship was like that. It was always like, you know, you gotta be happy, there's gotta be a sense of life. It's like, I'm always depressed. Well, why is it? You can't always fucking be depressed. You can't always just sit there and think that the world is shit. Why? You have no sense of direction. You have no purpose. What's your purpose? Where's God in your life? All of that is out the fucking window. I rarely see someone who's Christian or even a Muslim or anything who is depressed. And I mean true Christian, not those people who say they're Christian to go to church just on Sunday and then they're fucking unholy every other day. These are people who actually go to church and believe in God and have a sense of purpose and want to do right. A true man is not fucking depressed. If shit happens, he gets up and he gets to fucking work. And that's another thing too. With all these fucking gender roles as well, we're like, oh, we're all fucking equal and shit. No, we're fucking not. We're not fucking equal. Woman cannot do the same thing a man can. That's something else she said too. Oh, well, you know, I hit myself taking the trash. I gotta be more independent, blah, blah, blah. It's like, you ain't gotta be fucking more independent or shit. I need a woman as much as a woman needs me. And if you're gonna sit there and bitch about how you gotta be fucking independent and you don't need a man in your fucking life, well, good luck in fucking life, because you're gonna fucking suck at it. And every woman and every man's like that. I can't live my life without a fucking woman. Just like a woman can't live a life without a fucking man. God made man so he can go ahead and take care of the Garden of Eden, and to help the man, he created woman. So actually, biblically, it goes like that. And he specifically told the man to love his wife like he loves a church. But whatever, we're stupid. I don't know. This is why I want to leave America. I just feel like it's so stupid now. Everything is so backwards. I can't even fucking date here. There's a party going on. People watching me. I literally go on fucking like Tinder and all this shit, not because I want to. At this point, everyone I see around me is just bullshit. And literally all the profiles are like girls partying, half asses out, titties they're barely even fucking covered in shit. Where's the modesty? Where's the values? I don't give a shit about like your fucking half titties out. The fuck? Can I just have a fucking normal relationship? Can I live a life where people don't complain about every single fucking thing? The man gets up and fucking works, and the woman actually supports her man and the family and the household. The man comes home and he provides to create a home, and the wife sustains the home. Like, why the fuck are we playing this fucking depressed game? Like, why do you even have time for that shit? I literally have fucking no time for anything. I can barely even fucking clean. I could barely even fucking make a fucking meal. And we have the fucking time to run around and, ooh, what the fuck? Whatever. Anyway, back home. That's my spiel on depression. See you on the next one. So I lied. I'm back here in my house. I got the little family going on. I got Caesar with me as well. Haven't seen him in a while.
What's up, CCM Life?
So I showed him the video that I recorded on my way back, and through the way back, he was like, we should probably continue doing. By the way, this is Coco. This is Po. Well, we call her Po. Her name's Rosie.
Her name's Rosie.
But and then Midnight's over there, just being Midnight.
Midnight. He's doing his own thing.
Yeah.
What you doing, buddy?
Yeah. This is our new family right here. All men except one. Both. Testosterone house. Both. What are they both doing? Come here. Okay. But anyway, he brought up the idea, like, what if we did something where it's like a style, like videos are podcast style? And I was like, that's actually a great idea. Especially because I have so many thoughts and things, and sometimes when he brings something out, I'm like, why didn't I think about that? Why did that not come to mind or whatever? Or opposing views, or you can play devil's advocate or vice versa, And especially everything that I covered, I feel like, in my opinion, depression does not fucking exist. There is no place for fucking depression. There is no time, especially if you have a sense of purpose, a sense of direction, if you believe in God. There is no time, place, or anything for depression to exist. It should not even exist in your fucking dictionary. So, based on the video you saw, which everyone else saw, what do you think?
I think it's not depression. Depression is not real. It's a mindset that you're stuck in. I don't know how to word it right, but it has to do with your past experiences that you grew up with, right? That's how you're going to react to a certain situation. If you had a bad experience doing something, that's all you're going to remember. It's not really depression. It's the way that you deal with things, the way you think, the way you manage to do a task without feeling a sense of sadness or depression, I guess, right? So let's say, I don't know, you go skateboarding, you fall down, you try it again, you keep falling down, you stop skateboarding, then you make a friend, he tells you to skateboard again, you say no because I keep falling down. That's your past experience. You fucking suck. Do better. Learn to skateboard. I don't know. I don't skateboard, but this is just a broad example. I don't know if I worded it right or not, but I mean that's the best way I can describe it.
Another thing too is I'm gonna bring this up just because we're here, but Caesar did battle with some issues, like psychological issues before. So at least me, I could probably say I have everyone's entered some stage in their life where they're down or they feel beaten up or whatever, and every person kind of goes through that, But what people kind of clinically say, depression or whatever, because there is grief. I believe in grief. Mom dies, dad dies, Coco dies, anyone fucking close dies, you're gonna be fucking sad. You're not gonna sit there and be like, "Ooh, they don't." then you're a fucking psycho. But everyone grieves, and that's normal. I'm gonna be sad, and that's fine. But what I'm talking about is depression of like you wake up every fucking day and you're like, fuck life, I don't want to live. Why don't you want to live? Because I just fucking feel like I don't want to fucking live. That's fucking stupidity to me. Idiocracy. And that's the type of shit I'm talking about.
And like he said, I did have my own battles, and started in middle school, high school. I had depression, right? And it's funny that he brought it up because I remember going to a lot of therapies and psychologists, and they would all say the same thing, They go in there, they sit you down. What's wrong with you? I'm depressed. Okay, take these pills. And I remember I would never take these fucking pills. Actually, I did for a certain time, and then I was like, what the fuck is this doing to me? Nothing. Why am I taking these fucking pills? Nothing is going to change me. And I didn't realize until I went to college that it was my fault this whole entire time. It was my fault. I was being a fucking loser, I was in the wrong mindset. I was focused about being sad. I was focused about my past. I was focused on all these negative things that made me depressed. I was reacting negatively to everything because this is all that was on my mind. So all you guys need to do is change your fucking mindsets. If you're sad, don't think about, oh, I'm fucking sad, like I need to go see a psychologist. Think about how the fuck am I going to fix the problem?
And that's part of the responsibility that we talked about before.
Because you go to a psychologist, hey, what's going on with you? Why are you sad? Oh, well, people keep bullying me. Work sucks. I work 9 to 5 job. Every single day is the same. It's like, okay, do something about it. Like, stop being a fucking loser. Like, it's all about changing the way you just change your life,
The way you view things,
Yeah.
The perspective, the paradigm in which you have your life set in. And if you're gonna sit and be negative about everything, I mean, there's no one else out there. There's no person, no medication, no external factor that can change that. And we've spoken about this a lot in the responsibility video that I had, where we had that German psychologist actually that was in the concentration camp, and this dude actually came up with the idea like there's absolutely they control everything in my life, but there's absolutely one thing that no one can control ever, and that is the way I think or my mindset. And this dude became so inspirational that even the fucking Nazis started seeking him for advice and shit. How crazy is that? And then you have people like that who actually live through catastrophes, through big time like massacres and shit, and they don't go through the same thing. Oh, I'm fucking depressed and blah blah blah. Like you here in America, especially, you are little fucking kings and queens of everything. You have a fucking house. You have a fucking car. There's countries where you can't get that shit. You have a fucking meal every fucking day. And if you don't, you have places you can go to get fucking food. You have everything you fucking need everywhere here in America. And most of you guys are lazy ass bastards who don't go out and actually get shit done. You have no fucking vision. You have no fucking life. And if you have no life, that's what gives you fucking depression because you're a fucking loser. Baton to you, buddy.
You create your own environment is another thing, right? Because, like I said earlier, if you're sad, people are going to see you as a fucking sad loser all the time. And you create that environment. You're not going to be likable. No one's going to fucking like you. It's going to make you more sad because you fucking suck and you're a loser and everyone knows it. But if you start changing, people are going to be like, oh, look at that. This guy, girl is putting in effort into changing. Or, maybe something good happens, right? People start liking you. You create your own environment. You just got to change. And all it takes is that little spark, step by step.
It doesn't even take much. You don't even have to be fucking brilliant. I was a shitty ass nurse. I didn't know my shit too well. But if I didn't know something, I would be like, I don't know. I'll find out. I'll just fucking figure it out somehow and get shit done. And that's how I became, like, I literally scaled up to be the fucking assistant manager of ICU. Like, how fucking, it was fucking easy as shit. You just get shit done. And most of you guys are so fucking lazy on your fucking phones, on your fucking laptops, getting fed what to do every fucking day. Propaganda, propaganda, propaganda. You're just a lazy ass piece of shit. You're worthless. You're seriously fucking worthless. I would rather hire Coco than most of you bastards out there.
Midnight works harder.
Sometimes too hard, fucking. But I don't know. And then you become very unattractive to the opposite sex as well, especially based on your role, you know? Like, why do you want a fucking wife who's gonna sit around and do nothing as a man? You're gonna come home, your wife is sitting around doing nothing, no dinner made, no fucking dishes made, the house is not clean, she's not taking care of the fucking kids, she gives them the fucking iPad. Then what? Like, what's the point of a fucking wife then? So you can fuck her? Why not just pay a fucking prostitute? Why not pay a fucking maid? At that point, you might as well work hard and just get those fucking services and done. And as a woman, why are you gonna seek for a man that's gonna be fucking depressed and doesn't do shit? This is broken, hon. Oh, I can't do that. I'm too fucking busy being depressed and shit. Oh, you need to go get this done. Oh, I'm too busy being depressed. Hey, we have an issue going on. Oh, I'm too busy getting depressed. Hey, we're being broken into. Take whatever you want. Fuck my wife. Like, seriously.
Or just get a dog. Get a dog too. They're always loyal.
That's true.
They don't do shit though. But they won't wash your dishes, but a dog is loyal.
But here in America specifically, I just fucking noticed that mainly because I'm a fucking man and I'm looking at women, and women can criticize a fucking man, of course. Open to criticism, whatever. I'm open to criticism. Say whatever you want about me. But every time I go on fucking social media, go on Tinder, Bumble, whatever you want to say it, all girls are half naked saying they want this in a man. And none of it is like, I want a man that will create a great family, protects me, is hardworking, believes in Christ. Most, like 90% of the girls out there that you're looking at have pretty much almost their titties out, they're pretty much almost a prostitute online.
Must be 6 feet tall.
Must be 6 feet tall, muscular, must this, that.
Must take care of my 5 kids.
Like, what the fuck? Especially around here, dude. It's like, it's all like 60% of the girls out there, like moms, like, my most important thing is my child. Okay, I don't disregard that. Like, that's fine. Your child, that's fine. But if you're gonna be in a relationship, it's because you also expect that man to give you back and you're gonna give to him. It's 50-50. He provides the house, you nurture the house, you take care of the house. He provides things, you take care of those things. That's what you're there for.
There's also, I don't know, barriers in between, right? It's unattractive for a female to act like a man. And I don't know if this makes any sense, right? But when you're in a relationship, I want a feminine girl. I want a female to do her duties. I'm not saying wash the dishes, do all this shit. I do expect you to do that, but I'm gonna help out if you got goals and values and you got shit going on.
Well, especially if it's something like, hey, you know, I made dinner and it took me all day and like we have so many fucking dishes. Can you help me out? Yes, of course, honey. I can give you a hand.
Yeah. But then there's also these guys outside that act like fucking women, and that's no-go. And I know there's females out there that are like, oh yeah, that's fucking attractive, especially nowadays. A lot of girls go for those feminine dudes because they're fucking hot, they're beautiful.
They can stomp on them, that's what they fucking want. Oh, I can be so aggressive on you and I can go ahead and make you submissive to me and make you do all this shit. And I'm gonna cuckold you and do all this shit. Like, the fuck? People are so fucking stupid. Like, this world is literally fucking upside down. I used to be so pro Americana, so pro, like, man, I love all this shit, like the world and everything. Now I look at it like, how miserable are we? Literally, it takes almost nothing to be better than fucking average. Literally, you work out 6 months, find a job that pays well, 70, 80 grand, eat a good diet, fix up your character a little bit, you're better than fucking 90% of America right there. Literally.
No one wants to fucking work.
No, the bar is set so fucking low.
Everyone just wants to be comfortable. That's it. Just want to stay at home. Everyone wants to work from home. Everyone wants, pussy, so that's all they look for.
They look at it through porn, so they're literally just sitting there watching pornography and jacking off and shit, getting all that false dopamine that we also talked about, because you can't really get the real dopamine because you're a lazy piece of shit. I'm depressed. Fucking idiots.
But I'm not being a hypocrite here because I know I've been through some of these situations. I'm not saying I've been through a porn addiction, but there was a point when I would see for pussy a lot. I was focused on pussy for a while. This wasn't like high school, college. And I would say that did distract me from a lot of the shit that I wanted to do. But I'm not going to get into detail because I can get in trouble as far as my job goes. But yeah, this is probably for another time on CCM Live.
And me personally, a lot of why CCM ads didn't really launch a lot sooner, a lot wasn't done, is because one, I was 2 hours away from Caesar, and now we're under the same roof. But two was I was too focused on my last relationship, was what I consider almost completely BS at this point, because there was absolutely nothing growing from that. There was no values, and we did sit down and we talked about things that we wanted to do, but there was actually nothing coming from her end. And a lot of times it was kind of like, it's almost a one-sided relationship. I'm providing, doing this, doing that. The only thing I got out of it was sex, which even then, looking back, like, I am a Christian. I should not have done this shit. I am so fucking stupid. I'm a sinful piece of shit. And there was nothing provided back. Like, what kind of relationship was that? And all the relationships I've been were like that. And surprisingly enough, most of them were fucking Russians, which you would think they would actually be more submissive to their man, which they weren't, but they're also Americanized Russians, so whatever. But anyhow, it's just stupid. Every time I look back and I look at people around here and I analyze them and just kind of try to think, like, what the fuck is going on? Or who do I want to live with? Or what's the situation here? People act so fucking stupid. Seriously. Or so dumb. Why? There is no even... What? People have no fucking common sense anymore. Even at the fucking hospital. Like, when people had fucking degrees. Even to the level of the physicians, there was no fucking sense sometimes. The fuck? You guys can't even, like, do the most simple things that actually make sense? People are fucking crazy now.
That's why, if I ever talk to a girl, again, I'm not gay, I will always ask, what is going on with you? What are your goals and values? What are things that you would consider a red flag about yourself? Because I'm going to tell you all the red flags I have about myself, too. Like, everyone has their own, things going on, and it's okay. That's life. Everyone has shit going on. But you need to communicate that with people before they find out the hard way. Because then they're just going to leave your ass. They're going to see you as a completely failure, as a fucking liar. That's a no-go.
Yeah, anytime you start a relationship, you need to have some sort of, these are the things that I value, these are the things that I look for, these are the things that we need to talk about and sort out before we go ahead and continue this relationship. And these are the things we value and our principles and our guidelines, so that if there is ever an argument or some type of conflict, you refer back to it. And it's like, based on like what we believe, this is how we're going to resolve it. And that's how it should be, an open communication and trust. And there's none of that. And I tried doing that a few times with my last relationship, and it was kind of like, oh yeah, whatever. Like, no, I really want to take time and focus and do this. Like, no, whatever.
It's almost like a job application.
Well,
With a small background check.
if you really actually think about it, though, everything is work. Like, and that's what it's 7 habits of highly successful people is all about. It's like everything is technically work. Like, if you literally sit down and think about it, like, you got to work for your relationship. Because what is the definition of love? It's giving sacrifice to the other person, and not like complete sacrifice. It doesn't mean like if the other person, which I fucking hate anime, like fuck that shit. I don't know why people like listening to moaning Japanese cartoons, but whatever, that's your thing, whatever. Like, it doesn't mean that like I'm gonna submit to watching anime during this stuff, you know, or like because you can't stand this, I'm gonna have to give it up. Like, they're gonna be have to some sacrifices made, yes, but at the end of the day, it's like, what sacrifice are you willing to make for that person? And sacrifices in terms of also like, you know, I'm a little tired, but my wife also did a lot of work today, and I really understand her, and I really want to thank her. So to show her that I love her, I'm gonna sacrifice a little bit of my time and go ahead and give her a massage or please her, make her tea right now, or go ahead and like put on a movie that she wants to watch. I hate fucking watching TV, hate watching movies where like, you know, she wants to do it because I'm putting time to the relationship and to strengthen that and to create this nice bond with them. Now you're going ahead and like working towards that. Same thing with work. You're always fucking working towards your end goal, which is creating more money, more success. You want to strengthen the business. Even with dogs, even with pets, everything is fucking work. Your fucking car is work. Everything is fucking work. So if you guys sit around and think of it that way too, then you kind of have like pretty much tasks of what to do on a daily basis. But if you sit around and you're fucking depressed, then what is the purpose of your life? You're actually making me look better in a way. You know what? Be fucking depressed, because then I'm a better fucking man than you are. I'm a better fucking guy.
On that note, I know we went a little bit off topic, but I'm gonna go back to depression, then off topic again. Because for depression, if you're depressed, this is probably the best advice I can give you. Because I was depressed. Make a schedule from early in the morning, a very detailed schedule, until the time you go to sleep. In that schedule, you need to put things that you want to do, like goals, small steps that will make you get towards your goal. For instance, I want to learn to play guitar, so I'm going to spend 30 minutes to an hour every single day learning to play guitar. I'm going to spend an hour or more on lifting weights. I'm going to spend an hour playing with my dogs to be a better dog dad. Stuff like that, right? But you need to make a detailed plan. And with that, you're going to start seeing goals little by little. And that's going to motivate you.
And even if you don't know how to get to that, you're like, I can't even make a fucking schedule. We're so advanced at technology. Chat fucking GPT. Seriously, we use it all the fucking time for even basic shit. I'm not fucking smart, like I said. I'm a fucking dumbass. And literally, like, the only way you succeed in life is not even being the fucking smartest motherfucker out there. It's literally, where can I get the fucking answers? Or where can I get the average? It's like, who out of 10 people, and Andrew Tate said this himself, 10 people are running, who's gonna get eaten by the fucking tiger? The slowest motherfucker. Seriously. It's like, if you just have some momentum going on, keep it going, that's it. Don't worry about the others, focus on yourself, survive, that's it.
Just don't be the slowest one.
Just don't be the slowest motherfucker. Don't be the stupidest motherfucker. Don't be the depressed motherfucker, because then you're at the fucking bottom. And bitches like us are fucking winning.
Now, back off topic. When it comes to relationships, I know we were talking about relationships, you are going to have your non-negotiables. Now, I actually learned this from him right here. So your non-negotiables are things that you have to do. If you don't do them, then you don't uphold your values and your goals. You have to do this every single day, no matter what. You need to communicate that with your significant other to be successful. If you don't do these things, you're not completing your task as a man or as a woman, whatever you are. Communicate this with your significant other, have them understand, hey, every single day I'm going to work from this time to this time on my business. Please don't bother me. Or I'm going to work out from this time to from this time. I need to be alone. I want to be in my zone. Please don't bother me for that time. And that's when, as we discussed earlier, a sacrifice can be done. Okay, she did her duties. She did what I asked for, and even more. She cleaned the house while I was working, or working out, doing all my manly duties. I can sacrifice some of my time, make it up to her, right? Take her out to dinner, watch a movie,
You know what?
all this other stuff.
If it's a good woman, she's gonna encourage you to do that too. Like, you know what, babe? Like, you woke up, or like it's already 5 a.m. Like, go ahead. Like, you're supposed to be working out right now. It's time for you to go work up. Okay, because on the other side, you'll have a woman that'll be like, babe, don't go work out. Cuddle with me in bed. You work out every fucking day. What's one day? One day of fucking missing it, and you're back to fucking being a piece of shit.
That's all it takes. One trip. You fall one time, you don't want to get up. That's all it takes. Be consistent.
And that's all it really is. It's a game of consistency. If you consistently do the same thing or do the right things over and over, or at least attempt to do it, life gets a lot easier. A hell of a lot easier. And then when you look back, you're like, why the fuck did I not just do that?
Well, it doesn't get necessarily easier, I feel like, because I feel like there's still going to be obstacles that you're going to face.
Right.
And life isn't going to be easy. It's always going to be hard, so you might as well just fucking try. That's at least the way I view it. No matter what you fucking do, life is going to be hard. So stop being a lazy piece of shit and just be better than the others. Because who the fuck, who wants to be basic? Who wants to be the person down here instead of the person up here? Life is still going to be hard up here, but it's also hard down here. So why not be at the top and, have life be hard there rather than life be hard down here?
Plus, God commands us to do a lot of things, and some of those are like helping your brothers out and spreading the word and being kind. And we all have gifts to help each other out, and we got to utilize those gifts. And if we're gonna sit around and do nothing and literally lock ourselves out from the world and do absolutely nothing, now different things. I'm specifically locking myself out from the world right now, minus this CCM Life and CCM ads. But literally, I have otherwise no contact whatsoever with no one except my family. And even to them, we've set pretty much like a thing where it's like, we're not going to go ahead and like, I only talk to them like once a day pretty much towards the end. And you got to set those boundaries with people too, because if you don't, you're not going to have boundaries with anyone. And you got to be firm. Like, you got to show them like, hey, this is what I expect, but don't be like, you're gonna do this. Just build that respect. But what I meant by like setting yourself apart is like you're locked up in your room, you're doing absolutely nothing. I'm locked up in the house, but every day I'm working on CCM ads. Every day I'm working on CCM Life. Every day I'm working on myself. Every day I'm working on Russian. I'm always doing something to improve myself a little bit more than I was yesterday. Whereas most of you guys sit around and do nothing. Oh, today I'm gonna go out and drink. Oh, it was such a hard time and blah blah blah. I'm gonna go out and spend my money and blah blah blah. It's like, what the fuck? I don't know. That's why, in my opinion, depression is more the way you view things. And there is absolutely no other external factor, external medication, external thing that will be able to change it unless you change your view on life. You change your view on how things work. You change your view on what you need to do.
Mindset.
Yeah, your mindset. Because if you don't change that, nothing's gonna fucking change. You're still gonna be the same miserable piece of shit in bed.
Work smarter, not harder. Both. Just work smart and hard.
Yes. You gotta work smart because you don't want to work hard on the wrong things, but you want to work smart and hard on the right things.
Use your tools.
Yes. But always use your tools. I think essentially that's all it is, like change your mind. And I think by that I mean like literally, I don't even care if you don't believe in Jesus Christ. If you believe in Allah, if you believe in Buddha, if you believe in whatever, have a figure, because most religions nowadays, well, currently have intertwined beliefs or things, like we should all love each other, blah, blah, blah. Have a faith, have a purpose. What is your end goal your entire life? When you're in your deathbed, what do you want people to be like? That motherfucker right there. This is what he did, and he was awesome about that. And have things you want to work for in life that you're like, this is my goal, and this is how I'm gonna achieve it, and start breaking it down little by little. I want a fast car because I think that's gonna make me cool. Okay, what are you gonna do about it? Well, I should probably get a job first. All right, well, what kind of job will make you get that kind of car? Well, I don't think that type of car I can get with a regular job, so I should probably start this. And you start breaking things down and analyzing and start going by that, and you're gonna fail sometimes. You fucking failed. We failed with CCM Life at the beginning. You're fine, dude. So what do? You go back and you're like, where the fuck did we fail? And just start all over again. Be a fucking man. Don't be a pussy.
I got a fast car with a normal job. Just saying, you guys fucking suck if you don't have a fast car with a normal job.
In the fucking Marines. In the fucking Marines.
Stereotypical.
I got a TRX, but I got it through working agency nursing, which could be good or it could suck. For me, it kind of like started good, then it sucked. So, and never start nursing. I don't recommend that shit. Start your own fucking business or start something. You can probably start business with nursing too, but I want absolutely nothing to do with the medical field because it's one of the most sued industries as well. So I'll rather just go with this, and I can just choose my own clientele as well. And I don't need 50 million clients. I just need 10 clients, and that's it.
Most plastic surgeons actually have their own business from what we saw.
Yeah, and actually, even when I was looking through a lot of those plastic surgeries or aesthetic spas or whatever, I noticed that even some of them were started by nurse practitioners.
Yeah.
Or even like some nurses were like their bachelor's or master's degree. And I was like, that's quite interesting. Maybe we can start one. But then there goes the whole thing of starting that and blah blah blah. And I think that's stupid. Then you're like 100K in debt, 150, and the whole idea of this is kind of like starting from zero. So like starting from with nothing down and building it up, which we've spent some few thousands of dollars, but it didn't really hurt because I worked as a nurse in an agency, and I've been able to pay it off. And now that I'm not a nurse and Coco's asleep, now that I'm not really working as a nurse and not focusing on that, it's a little bit more difficult and it does hurt a little bit. But I've built a lot of life savings for this stuff, so that's where that's coming from. So I still get to enjoy life, but I also do it more responsibly, and I go ahead and dedicate more time to CCM ads. A hell of a lot more time, where it's like literally every fucking day I'm going to be locked up in this. We call this the war room too. Okay, we copy a lot of people as of now, but essentially we're going to go ahead and create our own. Kind of like with CCM Life. CCM Life is kind of something we've kind of created actually. No one I really took the idea from. We're just kind of like testing the waters and shit.
Yeah.
And initially it was supposed to be us kind of posting like random shit like the cars and whatever.
Yeah. And then it just turned into like, oh, all right, past experiences or random topics like, I don't know, psychological topics, like, I don't know, depression, mindsets.
Like things we wish we knew or like we kind of learned. And then like today it was kind of like, why don't we do it kind of like podcast style? And I was like, that would actually be kind of cool. Because then we kind of bring both of us and bring a topic and we can always present it. And I was like, yeah, let's just fucking do that. So here we are.
We just need a one of those casting couches and like the little headphones.
Which, you know what? The place I go to, by the way, has a cigar lounge. And it would be nice to kind of like
Just
have a
chill
couch
out
like
there.
that.
Yeah.
Or even like, I don't know.
Like one of those what do they call them? Those chairs that they have like on therapists. Like it's like you just like those like singular couches. You just sit there, the tissue box in the middle.
And they're actually negative pressure rooms, which is kind of like the gun rooms.
Yeah.
Like when you transit, like so you don't breathe in all the lead and shit.
Yeah.
And then they literally like just remove the air. Like we should get that.
Yeah.
And we should have like those couches here. And it's like, and we should call it the cigar talk. Like, welcome to the cigar talk. we smoke outside mainly because the pets are here and shit. But yeah, maybe that's something we can even do outside. Actually, you know, like welcome to the cigar talk, and today's topic is this.
If it's not raining.
Oh my God, there's a rain here in North Carolina. Like he literally went out to get some stuff, and he was like, "Dude, it rained." I'm like, "No, it didn't." He came back, and I was like, "All right, let's go outside and smoke." And it started raining, and we were literally outside smoking a cigar in the garage. And then we were like, "All right, rain's over. Let's go into the we were out in the front, and I'm like, "All right, sun is killing us right now, especially with the fucking humidity." Yeah. Went to the back, and then we were like, "All right, it's a little too hot right now, and it's a little humid." And my cigar was a piece of shit, so I was like, "Let's go back inside, AC, whatever." But I think it's nicer when it comes to CC Mats working in here. But maybe for podcast purposes, that would actually be kind of nice, you know? Yeah. Like, hey, let's have cigar talk. Yeah. Which a lot of people that I've listened to kind of do that in a way. Dennis Prager, he does that. The Tates always have a fucking cigar in their mouth. I gotta think of others. Arno, I forgot his last name. Every time I listen to his classes and shit, dude always wore a fucking sports coat, and he always had a fucking cigar, and it was always microphone, cigar, sports coat in that same fucking video every fucking time. Like, hey guys, today we're gonna talk about blah blah blah, and I'm gonna tell you a story. So pretty cool. Not encourage you to smoke. That's just something we kind of do. That's kind of our thing.
That's just our hobby.
Yeah. This and cigars. So, yeah, that's kind of it for today. Just bringing that up, making those, I guess, podcast videos in a way, or style. I don't know where we're going with it, but just kind of something I decided it was not a bad idea, and bring like more ideas and more perspectives into it. And maybe like eventually, if we meet people or whatever, we can always invite and be like, "Hey, let's talk about this shit," you know?
Yeah, and then we can have a perspective from all sorts of different people with different experiences, and you know, maybe you guys can get something out of it, right?
Or hey, if you're someone who's depressed and you're like, "I'm gonna challenge you, motherfucker," okay, come on by, stop by and let's talk, and let's just see like maybe you just wanna one-on-one therapy session, and you're like, you know, I'm fucking depressed and you can't change it. It's like, I mean, I'm not gonna try to change it. That's on you. But I don't believe in depression, so, and I'm gonna stick with that because hey, there's so much I could have been depressed over. Fuck it.
Have you ever seen that meme of that guy that sits outside of like college campuses and he says like it has a sign that says "Change my mind"?
Yes, that's Steven Crowder actually. That's Steven. He's a hypocrite, by the way. I believe in a lot of things he says too, but he's a hypocrite. But yes, it'll be like that, kind of like change my mind. I don't believe in fucking depression. He considers himself conservative in a lot of topics, and I think he is, but he's also a little mentally unstable in a lot of ways. And his crew can actually testify to that shit too. Which is kind of interesting because that's kind of like the type of video we're doing, which is kind of like he had his own show called the Steven Louder with Crowder. That's what he called it, and he would have like different things like seven rounds, one in the chamber, shit like that, and it was supposed to be kind of like comedy show, so they would make fun of things, and he would kind of like play different personas. So he would always be like, "There is one in the chamber. I got the puppy. Look at the puppy." And just stupid things like that.
What the fuck did you even say?
You can never understand this dude, I swear. Coco's like, what the fuck are you doing, dude?
Me too. I was like, what?
Coco's the most loyal dog too.
Yeah.
I can create personas. Like I used to create the Russian persona.
You
too.
do, yeah. You're very good at it.
Like we're gonna drink some vodka right now. That we're on the show, you know. You want some vodka too? You're not gonna like this shit. This But anyway, yeah, that's kind of it. Just wanted to bring that out. Don't believe in depression. Share my perspective. See what you guys think. You're gonna get a lot of heat throughout the years. Don't give a fuck. So here we are, and CCM ads. We're coming along great. Gonna hire our person pretty soon. Fucking excited.
CCM ads. Yep.
All right, you guys take care. See you on the next one.